Today we're going to discuss the essential tips for new digital nomads. So if you haven't been doing this long, or if you're thinking about doing it, or even planning on doing it, some of these tips are really going to help you out. And
Yeah, these aren't going to be tips for like people that have already, I mean, it might help some people, but that have already been on the road for years and years. This is for people that are just starting out.
this is stuff you're not going to learn like pretty much on blogs and everything. This is just trial and error stuff that we have run into. And if we'd have known it beforehand, it would have made our lives a lot easier.
Yeah.
So let's get right into the essential tips for a new digital nomad.
Yeah, the first one is going to be do not plan too far. We've made this mistake way too many times.
Yeah, it's a whole different lifestyle. You're not nailed down to an apartment and a job long term. You're floating around in
Yeah.
between cities and states and countries.
And if it's the lifestyle you want, you're going to have to learn how to live it.
Yeah, right. If you plan too far in advance, there is absolutely no telling what is going to happen in that amount of time. If you're planning 6 to 12 months out,
Yeah, I
that
mean,
life just doesn't work that way on the road.
yeah, I mean, if you plan something for a month and then you decide that you hate it, you can ride out that month. But if you have something planned for 6 months or a year and you decide that it's not for you, you're more likely to just give up completely and go back and do your regular 9 to 5 thing.
Yeah. Essential tip number 2 for digital nomads is pack light.
Yeah.
Right? You don't need to bring everything in your house with you.
Maybe 15 years ago, you needed a few more things that you couldn't get on the road, but now, these days, you can get anything shipped to your Airbnb or whatever.
Overnighted to your Airbnb.
Yeah,
You
anything
can
you
really
need,
get
toiletries,
bathing suits, hats,
yeah,
anything you think you need.
electronics,
Yes.
anything.
Anything you think you need, you can get on the road. You don't need to pack a giant bag full of everything. I mean, you need your laptop and a change of clothes.
Yeah,
And that's it to be a digital nomad.
yeah. Number 3, start with a safety net. This is pretty essential because it's going to be stressful AF
Yeah.
if you don't have some sort of safety net.
If you're just going with $50 in your pocket, you're going to have a hard time.
And we have done that.
We have done that, but we were already on the road.
Yeah, we were already on the road.
But
and
get
yeah.
a bit of savings saved up, even if it's only a few $1,000s, just enough to where if something goes wrong,
You could buy a plane ticket
you can
back
buy a
and
plane ticket back or buy a plane
start,
ticket
yeah.
somewhere else. But if you show up, and we do know, we have run into people that have showed up places with $50 in their pocket and they're miserable.
They're miserable.
So
and
just try to have a bit of a safety net,
A
even
little
if
bit.
it's a credit card with a balance that you can use in
yeah,
emergency.
emergencies or something. It just gives you that peace of mind.
Yeah. Our essential tip number 4 is slow travel is better.
Yeah, I mean, just especially when you're first getting the hang of things like plane tickets and Airbnbs or hotels or whatever, that is a full job in itself. So if you stick somewhere for like 1 to 3 months, you're gonna be much better off. At least
And
to
you'll be
start.
more relaxed, you know
I
what I
think so,
mean?
yeah.
You'll burn yourself out fast traveling. Like if you when you're on vacation and you have 12 days, you have all 12 of those days packed full.
Yeah.
Right? And imagine keeping that, maintaining that for months. It would be
Yeah,
exhausting. So
it's not
slow
gonna
travel is better. Get somewhere, spend a month, decide if you like it there. If not, move on. If so, stay another couple months.
Yeah, you can always stay longer.
But-
Just because you only book a month or something doesn't mean you have to leave in a month.
Right. And
But if you want to, you
but
can,
you can.
definitely.
Essential tip for new nomads number 5 is know your visas. Understand what visas you need and where.
Yeah, once you decide on a region or something, like say for example you want to go to Central America, well, a lot of the countries in Central America are on a C4 visa, so you
The
only
same
have
visa.
yeah, the same visa. So you only have 90 days in El Salvador, Guatemala, Nicaragua, and Honduras. Yeah, so you can't do border runs in those countries, or you still only have the 90 days.
And we did not understand that when we got there.
Yeah,
you know, you
so-
have to go.
Just understand the visas and even what visa you would need, because if you're working online, a lot of times you can apply for just a tourist visa and be fine, but sometimes you do need a digital nomad visa.
If you're going somewhere with strict visa requirements and you tell them you work online, You're not getting a tourist visa. They're going to make you apply for a work visa.
They might even not let you in the
they
country.
might not even let you in the country. So understand the visas, how rigid, strict they are, how long you have on them, and how you're going to renew it.
And sometimes you have to apply for them from your home country as well.
You don't just get a visa in the airport. You might have to apply in advance.
Yeah.
All right.
Unlock your phone is going to be our next tip. And this is a key one.
Yep.
And this happened to me too when I went to Thailand and I was 18. I had a phone service that I just couldn't get out of, and when I got back I had crazy bills. So you need to know your contracts
and unlock the SIM so you can use it overseas. You know what I mean? If you're
out the SIM and put a new one in.
If your phone is locked to the SIM you have, you're gonna have a hard time getting service.
Yeah, and bonus tip on that is download WhatsApp.
Don't download WhatsApp, especially if you're in Central America
a lot of people
or
use
Mexico.
WhatsApp,
Yeah. So unlock your phone. That way you can use a SIM from any country, and you're ready to go as soon as you land.
Yeah.
The next essential Nomad tip is let your bank know what's happening.
We did this. We went to our bank in our home country, in our home city, and we told them we were leaving and how long for, and they asked what countries. But we did not tell them when we moved 3 months later to another country, and they locked our bank account until we could prove, well, legitimately, they could prove that that's what.
Yeah, can you imagine having your bank account locked and not having an unlocked phone? You're 100% screwed. So definitely let your bank know. Every time you switch to a new country, send them an email or call them, and even if they don't do anything with it, if they do lock you down, at least you can say, look, dude, here's the message I sent you that I'm traveling, because it will happen. They will shut you down.
I have had people too come to visit, and they just showed up and went to the ATM, and they couldn't do anything because their bank account just thought it was fraud and shut their account down.
Yep.
So.
The next essential tip for new digital nomads is don't be so rigid.
Yeah, don't be rigid in your plans, for sure.
Right. If you want 2 weeks here, 10 days here, 3 days here, something is gonna screw up, and
then it's gonna snowball.
Yep. Every plan after that will be jacked up. So if you're the type of person who needs a rigid schedule for the next 3, 4, 5, 6 months, this is not going to work for you.
Yeah, you're gonna have to reset your mind because it's just not gonna work.
Yeah, so you don't need rigid plans, just kind of go with the flow.
Yeah, and on that same kind of tone, the next one is gonna be be prepared to go with the flow.
Yeah, always.
Things go wrong.
Always.
Yeah,
it's not like you have your 9 to 5 in your home or apartment where everything is, everything that's going to happen before it happens, and it usually follows a routine.
Yeah.
This does not follow any routine whatsoever.
No, people are going to be late. You're going to have a bus breakdown. You're going to have
flights canceled,
all kinds
Airbnbs
of
flooded.
Yeah.
I mean, anything could happen, and if you are not prepared to go with the flow, you're going to be miserable. You will not. I don't think you'll last. I really don't.
No,
it's just too hard.
You're gonna have to loosey-goosey yourself for sure.
Yep. We should have done this one before, but a good tip for new digital nomads is check the fees on your bank for international purchases or international ATM withdrawals. Because we have credit cards we won't even use.
Yeah, one of our banks that we first started out with, I won't name the name of them, but they have a 13% international fee. So that's, if you go to the ATM, you're paying 13% on all the money that you take out because you didn't check. I mean, that could save you hundreds
or thousands of dollars. Yeah, so check out what your international fees are and your ATM withdrawal fees.
So the next one is going to be diversify income streams.
Yeah, for sure. If you've got a remote job, great. If your remote job will pay for all of your travel, great.
Yeah.
If you are an entrepreneur or you want to get away from working, diversify your income streams. We have 10 different ways we make money.
A lot of different ways where we get, $100 here, $200 here, but if we had all of our eggs in one basket, and that basket just decided to evaporate.
Yeah.
Then
I mean, we've had work evaporate recently,
yeah,
mostly due to reasons, or always due to reasons we
out of our control.
out of control.
And
But we do have other money coming in from other sources, and when things get into a pinch, it's really nice to have that extra money. So
yeah,
start a blog, write some ebooks, anything you can do to bring just a few $100s a month in.
start a Fiverr account and
Yep.
mail postcards
Yep.
or create happy birthday announcements. Anything you can
Anything.
think of. Just
Yep.
to bring in a little extra money from here, and eventually comes into one big pot.
Yep, yep. Our next tip for new digital nomads is maintaining a work-life balance.
Yeah, this
which
one
is
was
why we left.
Yeah, this one's really important to us. When we were working all different kinds of schedules, we saw each other a couple hours a day.
A few hours a day,
max.
usually at
Yeah.
one of the other places to work.
Yeah, so which isn't very fun.
Right.
But yeah, and now we see each other all the time. We work. Okay, so as we were talking about, go with the flow.
Now that we're moved out of our seat, we'll start
we were
over.
just asked to move to a different location, but we'll start over here.
Okay, so what we're going to talk about is the next tip for new digital nomads is take advantage of the income you're earning, the dollars you're earning. If you're earning US dollars, Canadian, Australian, your dollar is strong compared to like the Mexican peso where we're at.
Yeah, you can afford a much better quality of life.
Much better quality of life. So if you try, if you can, to make dollars and spend pesos or another devalued currency, that goes much further. So every dollar we turn in, we get 20 pesos.
Yeah, I mean, if you're moving from, United States to like Germany or something, your
Probably not
dollar
gonna
is
work.
not going to be as strong. So if you're first starting out, you want a place where your dollar is going to be stretched.
That's why we suggest, like we said in our other video, like for Americans and Canadians, Mexico's a great place to start.
Mexico
Your dollar will go
is a
very
really great
far.
place to start for sure. Yeah.
Last one is maintain a work-life balance.
Yeah, this one's really important for us.
Yeah, very important. Before we left, we didn't see each other at all. We were opening restaurants and bars and working double jobs, and we had no balance.
No balance at all. It was mostly work.
Yeah.
Now we still work a lot, and we still even work together, which is really nice.
Yep.
But we see each other all the time, and we live a life where we can take a day off if we want. We can go grab tacos whenever we want. So it's definitely more freeing.
Yeah. There's no sense in leaving and pursuing a digital nomad life if you're just going to continue to work 12 or 14 hours a day.
Yeah.
Our tip is get out and enjoy, I mean, you're in a different country. See it and enjoy it.
With that being said, though, the next one is don't get caught up in the vacation lifestyle.
Right, it's balance.
The key is balance. It's very easy to spiral into that drinking every day and
sitting at the beach and partying,
getting too much sun, and that gets really old really quickly.
You're still working. I mean, leave the vacation mode to when people are on vacation, and just try to get into a nice balance of working and enjoying the new country.
Yeah, exactly.
If you get caught up in one or the other, work or vacation mode, it's just not going to work.
Yeah. Which also, you definitely should start, our next tip, live like a local.
Definitely live like the locals do. It's more rewarding and it's less expensive.
It's less expensive. Take local buses and check out the local grocery stores and try cooking with some of the ingredients. Go, to the beach once a week and actually enjoy it.
If you live like the locals do and buy your groceries and everything like locals do, your money's going to last much longer.
Your money's going to last much longer. Okay, and so our last tip is another kind of big one, is learn from your failures.
Yeah, it's not all easy and it's not all going to work out.
And if you think it is, you're
going to be disappointed.
Yeah, you're wrong.
Yeah, you're going to be disappointed. You're going to have failures. Either it's going to be a city, it's going to be a business venture. We've failed at a language barrier. just don't let these failures define you being a digital nomad. Just learn from them. I mean,
yeah.
if you realize that living in a hostel with a mixed dorm hostel is not for you, you don't need to just go home and call an end to this.
Yeah, learn
from it
and decide next time I'll get a private room or whatever. Yeah, but
there will be failures, and there'll probably be a lot of them, but it doesn't mean it's not a viable lifestyle for you. You know what I mean?
Right.
If something fails, just learn from it and keep moving on. It will work out. It's working out for us. So.
yeah.
All right.
All right.
Well, that's it. Those are the essential tips for new digital nomads. If you have any questions, you feel free to leave them in the comments section.
We're always happy to help.
Yep. All right.
All right.
Lates. No, no, tree.